Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we journey through one of the most dramatic and decisive theaters of World War II, the epic battles between the United States and Japan. From the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor to the cataclysmic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, this story reveals strategy, courage, and the cost of total war. The Pacific War began in earnest on December 7, 1941. Early that morning, Japanese forces launched a devastating surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Over 350 aircraft descended upon the U.S. Pacific Fleet, sinking battleships, destroying planes, and leaving more than 400 Americans dead. The shock of Pearl Harbor galvanized the United States into full-scale war, marking a turning point not only in American history, but in the course of the Second World War. Japan's strategy relied on swift, overwhelming strikes to secure dominance in the Pacific. They hoped that by crippling the U.S. fleet, America would be forced into negotiation, but the attack had the opposite effect. On December 8, 1941, the United States declared war on Japan, with President Franklin D. Roosevelt calling it a date which will live in infamy. In response, the United States mobilized its industrial might. Shipyards, aircraft factories, and training programs surged to support a war that would span thousands of miles of ocean. The first major American counterattacks in the Pacific came in early 1942, beginning with the daring Doolittle raid on Tokyo. While limited in physical damage, it delivered a powerful psychological blow, proving that Japan itself was vulnerable. The real turning point came at the Battle of Midway in June 1942. In what would become a legendary naval engagement, U.S. codebreakers had deciphered Japanese plans, allowing American forces to ambush the Japanese fleet. Over 4 days, aircraft carriers exchanged fire in a deadly game of strategy and skill. By the end, Japan had lost 4 carriers, while the U.S. lost just 1. Midway marked the beginning of a relentless American advance across the Pacific, shifting the momentum in favor of the Allies. Island by island, the United States launched a brutal campaign of island hopping, aiming to reclaim territories and bring the war closer to Japan's home islands. Guadalcanal, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa became symbols of intense combat, where soldiers faced not only enemy fire, but harsh tropical conditions. These battles tested the limits of endurance, courage, and military innovation, with amphibious assaults, naval bombardments, and relentless aerial strikes shaping the conflict. The human cost was staggering. Thousands of soldiers, sailors, and airmen lost their lives on both sides. Civilians were also caught in the crossfire as strategic bombing campaigns devastated cities and supply lines. Japan, increasingly isolated, struggled to maintain resources and morale while the United States tightened its grip on the Pacific. By 1945, the stage was set for the final, fateful decision. With conventional warfare proving costly and Japan refusing to surrender, American leaders made the controversial choice to use the atomic bomb. On August 6, 1945, the city of Hiroshima was obliterated by the first atomic bomb, instantly killing tens of thousands. 3 days later, Nagasaki suffered the same fate. The devastation forced Japan to surrender, officially ending World War II on September 2, 1945, aboard the USS Missouri. The war between the United States and Japan reshaped the world. It showcased the rise of America as a global superpower, highlighted the destructive potential of modern warfare, and left a legacy of reflection on the costs of conflict. From Pearl Harbor to Hiroshima, these battles remind us of the bravery, sacrifice, and the profound consequences of decisions made in wartime. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the epic Pacific battles. If you found this video informative, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more detailed histories from around the world.